Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 1st of July 2025. So dollar crashes to worst H1 in 52 years as stocks saw to best quarter since quarter one of 2023 despite tariff tantrums as uncertainty, global trade policy and geopolitical has plummeted from crisis highs. Like I say, the market will keep moving to the upside, and JP Morgan seems to agree with this. We expect a wave of new all-time highs. JP Morgan's trading desk breaks down the bull and bear cases, positioning it has yet to create a headwind, and think the NFP print, which is the non-farm payrolls, will be enough to carry markets higher until positioning gets stretched. So yeah, I can't see anything myself either. US stocks gained and the dollar was sold heading into month quarter end. And it continues with this inverse fear reigns, bargain puts for the brave. Euphoria is expensive, protection dirt cheap, pick your side. And finally, stocks and bonds bid on quarter end as eyes turn to key US data, which obviously is Fed speak, and more importantly, the non-farm payrolls, which will be out on Friday. So there we go. Like I say, we just apply logic. The market loves the war. And when there is any downside, with regards to the tariffs, then it's soon sorted with delays, and the market just keeps moving back to the upside. It's been like that since 2009, the start of QE. We're not in QE at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's not one of the tools they'd bring back anyway. If there was a financial disaster in the way, they can still do it. They have the tools, and that's the way we're going to continue until they can't continue, whenever that point may be. Economic news for today, we've got core flash for the Eurozone. There is a specified time for this one. There wasn't yesterday. So 10 a.m. for this, and then 2:30 we've got Lagarde speaking once more. And we've also got Bailey speaking, and we've got the Fed chair speaking. So I wonder if they're all at the same event. Let's just have a quick look. Discussion on titled Policy Panel. So is that the same for... Yeah, so it looks like they're all at the same event there. Yeah, it is. So they're all going to be singing from the same song sheet. They're trying to get rates lower, etc., which will boost the markets. We've also got ISM manufacturing. That's out as well. JOLTS openings. That gives a precursor to Friday's numbers, and then the ISM manufacturing prices as well. Right, let's have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow. So yesterday the market moved higher, but not by a great deal. You can see there an overnight prices looking slightly weaker. They're probably going to tread water now until they get those NFP numbers or the jolts later this afternoon. Prices drifted lower yesterday after moving higher on Friday. We had a double bottom test there, down at the 50-bar moving average, before prices were lifted off this area. And at the moment prices are pulled back to the DP and above the 50 EMA in the 30-minute chart there as well. So all still looking rather cozy to the upside at the moment. You'll get shakeouts. They'll take stops out with the shakeouts and then move the market back to the upside. And in the German DAX, this filling the gap yesterday, you can see it gapped up, came back down, stopped at the 5-bar moving average and is now trying to move back to the upside. Like I say, not every day is going to be a new all-time high, and it's certainly not going to take out the previous day's high. But the main thing is, over the longer term, the markets will continue to move to the upside. So here we see prices up, and then we traded all the way down to the S1, which you can see there with the demand coming into the market, and then prices settling down into a sideways range, and then moving back to the upside there. Again, at the moment, above the 50 EMA, the 20-bar moving average, and the close at the moment. And in the S&P 500, again, new all-time high for yesterday. Let's just have a look at this one. This was made overnight, early hours of Monday morning, 6213.3. I think it was overnight. Let's have a look at the 30-minute. Nope, it was made during the afternoon session, the cash markets and the market higher. So that came in then. So a new all-time high for the S&P, 6213.3, and there's the market action there overnight. So the S&P is trying to stay above the 50 EMA, which it had a look below yesterday, There's your classic. We come down to it, we get the buying volume in the green. We then say, look, people are going to put the stops below this, thinking that the market is now free to move up. So they shake it out one more time. You get the volume coming in, and then off we go, and manage to make a few quid in the process. In the FT100, this too is starting to turn around. We had a bit of a red day yesterday as the market closed below the 5 moving average there, but now sideways to higher. And overnight, the market trying to get back above the DP. May need to come back down to the low, shake a few out, and that 200 MA before it can then move back to the upside there. And the US dollar continues to move lower there. You can see a down day yesterday, strong one, but we've got plenty to go as we saw yesterday. This is actually the monthly chart, so let me correct this and turn it back into a daily. I thought it was a bit of a big move. There we go. So yeah, well, it was actually quite a decline in the US dollar yesterday, which we didn't see corresponding with a decent up move in either silver or gold. So let's have a look at those. There seems to be a disconnect there. So in the silver market, a bit of demand coming in yesterday. You can see there with the letter D, market trying to hold, needs to get back above the 50. The 20 bar moving average. It's above the 50, which is the blue line, and then it can head back to that recent high that we saw last week of 37.30. But whether we do or not as we head into the rest of the week, I suspect not until at least Friday, if the news is then positive. 30 minutes of silver. Again, they can't resist an overnight slam, can they? And it's already looking weak here, so expect the market to continue to the downside, particularly if it breaks the DP. But yesterday, market down and then managing to come back. But like I say, the overnight slam and the 115 slam is still in effect, doing whatever they can to try and bring the market down. Meanwhile, in the shiny metal, in the gold market, trying to move higher there at the moment, unlike silver, which is struggling. And in the 30-minute chart, you can see there, all of a sudden, there's a lot of interest back in the gold market. And as we go into the later part of the summer as well, you will get more interest. And seasonally, you'll see the market generally move to the upside. Let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And there we go, there's your answer. The market trading down to that 90-ish, 92 level, and now moving back to the upside as well. So you can expect to see a bit more of that as well. Probably around to the 94 level there. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's market action before we conclude, and have a look at the 2-minute DAX. So as normal, and has become normal at the moment, is that the 7 o'clock kickoff, you can see the market being bought heavily, and then it ran out of steam, and then some selling started to come into the market. This continued as the cash market opened as well. Now you can see the quick shakeout down to the high of Friday and also the 200 MA, so a bit of support there. But this doesn't hold. As you see, the full red bar there as selling comes back into the market and drives through. We then go down to have a look at the close. We then go through the close as the buy-in comes in to try and stall the market. We've got some profit taking there by the shorts. And then we again slam further down, and this is the way it continues until we get below the psychological level there. We get this sideways move, the selling drops off, as you can see, with the low volume, and then prices start to try and move to the upside. We get a sell signal, but it's short-lived, and then prices try to again move higher but fail, as we get this sharp spike to the upside, to the 200 MA, to the high, and it's full of sell orders, and then prices reverse off this, as you'll see there, come back down and retest the low to the left, which you'll see there with some buying coming in, and then prices drifting up through this and continuing on down throughout the mid-morning, as you'll see all the way through here. Price is just stuck in a range and coming back and testing the DP, and then moving off this level once more as well. So now again we've got support there, and then we had some earlier support as well, and then we get a shakeout below this, which you can see there, and then we get the Dow kicking in, which is come out a lot weaker in the cash market. So Price is once again drifting down. We're trying to find support at this BRN, but not much luck. And then down we go again until we test the BRN here, which is going to be 23. Let me just have a look at this, 23,850, and then the market moves off this level and then tries to make its way back, but doesn't do a very good job of it. As we go into the evening, it starts to trade sideways. So a quick look at where we are overnight. We just had a bit of a shakeout there. It's very quiet at the moment, but I suspect we're going to get the usual thing at 7 a.m. where the market is likely to move to the upside. As we just compress the chart, have a look, see where we are. Now you can see we're around at the DP at the moment, the 200 MA, market trying to hold. We've got the R1 and yesterday's high. If we go through these levels, we've got the close, the low of yesterday as well, and then on to the S1 there as well. So not a lot of activity, I suspect, for today, unless there's something geopolitical that comes out, because the market's going to be waiting to see what the three amigos have got to say at their panel meeting. And then tomorrow, and we've got the JOLTS numbers as well, so we'll see what happens there. Okay, that's it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.